Bob Kelly in for Jim Norton. How are you, Bob?
I'm good. I feel fresh and excited to be here.
Excited. You hear about Richard Jeni?
Oh, man.
Ooh. Being a comic, what do you think?
I would have put my odds on Colin Quinn before Richard Jeni.
Great.
I think that's still out there if you want to take odds on that.
That's brutal.
If you haven't heard yet, Richard Jeni, a comedian that some people knew.
I just met him officially for the first time 3 weeks ago in L.A.
Oh, okay. Now it explains it. Now I know why didn't he shoot himself 3 weeks ago?
Nice talk.
Did he seem a little sad?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to sound like. I don't want to be that, that person on CNN. I met him once, and he seemed sad.
know. You know something? In hindsight, I really saw a problem.
I love how Bob Kelly just said that. If your phone rang, you'd run out of here to do your TV spot to talk about Richard Jeni.
But I'd wear an O&A shirt.
There you go.
Hey, thanks.
He seemed a little sad.
Well, dude, he just seemed, you meet those guys from those giant, he was a giant from the 80s. I mean, those guys were huge. And you meet them, and sometimes they're cocky. Sometimes they still think that it's the 80s. But he was...
Yeah, huh?
Yeah. Wow. There's another odds on. Listen, he just came up. He was like, "Hey man, I'm Richard. Like I wouldn't know who he was. Real humble and really quiet." And he seemed. I was telling Dane that night. I was like, "Man, he seems kind of like down and kind of."
No kidding, really?
Geez,
yeah,
really?
dude. I was talking to Dane, and he was just he was killing on stage. But a comic when he's killing, there's that energy after the joke, almost this confidence where you're looking at the crowd like, I got you. He would kill, and I was watching him, and he kind of like, all right. Like, all right, I've been doing this.
Business as usual. That worked. Okay.
I mean, that was just my observation that night. I mean, but he was really nice, dude.
So, Dr. Kelly, what else did you see in him?
Well, what happened was he had a liver spot on his eyelid, and I figured, I don't know.
There were some things in the paper that said there's some undisclosed illness that they're not talking about.
Well, just to finish the story for the people that didn't hear, obviously he killed himself in the shower with a handgun.
Apparently, they didn't say what kind of gun, but he went and told his girlfriend. He said, I'm taking a shower. He goes in. She hears a plow, goes in, sees, makes the 911 call, and says, my boyfriend just shot himself in the face.
Oh, man.
The cops and EMTs come, and he was still kicking. So they take him to the hospital.
He didn't get the job done right. So, he died at the hospital.
Yeah, man.
Time to get the boxes and move the hell out of there.
Yeah, how the hell are you going to take a shower after that?
But you were going to add, I'm sorry, about...
Oh, it kind of is kind of courteous to do it that way because it makes for an easier cleanup, I think. I think it's like you do it in your bedroom or somewhere else, and they got to bring that cleaning crew in that's got to cut out big sections of your carpet and, repaint the walls. But if you take the black light in there, you still see it through the walls and stuff. But the shower, to me, you just hose it down.
He's just talking about the Pulp Fiction.
Are you calling him a people pleaser?
Well, I'm just saying, maybe he thought it out.
Not only was he suicidal, he didn't want people not to like him because he put blood on the wall.
Yeah, because that's kind of hard to clean up.
If you have the shower curtain closed just right, there's no brain matter or anything else flying out of the bath area.
What are you using this estimation from something you do in the shower, Opie? That you shoot all over the wall?
Yeah.
Pretty much like killing yourself.
It's always easily hosed down, the shower.
But there's rumors
a drain in the bottom.
They had some kind of medical condition. Did you see anything? Was he, looking a little
peaked?
Oh, he just looked, How was
his color?
He looked fine, dude. I mean, first of all, he had the greatest hairpiece in the business. I mean,
oh, really?
Well, he had the transplants. He had great hair. He still looked great. He was in shape, and he was still killing. He was on stage just annihilating.
Maybe you shouldn't say he was still killing.
Maybe it's his different comedian term you could use for that.
He was doing good jokes or something.
Yeah.
He was doing very good jokes.
Really? He was doing very good jokes. He was killing.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess he just it was like going through the motions or something. You got the crowd, you got everything a comic would want up on stage, and then you just kind of.
Well,
he was number one.
We had our differences with Mr. Jeni. No surprise there. We have differences with everybody alive, it seems.
But something? It really was a goof. It was like we talk about it and ends up on the news. Every time we talk about a subject that's up on the TV,
that means we're just up on things, man.
Yeah, man. They're showing Richard Jeni.
We had our problems with Richard Jeni over the years,
but it was kind of a goof when he came in. He came into the show when we were over at NEW, and we were doing something, and he was out in the green room. And he was getting a little perturbed, I think, that we had him waiting so long. And he started saying stuff. So we turned it around and made it like, well, maybe you're not funny enough to come on right now. And maybe we ought to do like a pre-interview thing through the door. So we kind of had him on the other side of the door, and we were in the studio talking to him through this little... We looked at him through this little window like a prison visit.
We called it a prison visit
back in the day. And made him, prove that he was funny enough to come in.
Did he?
No, we kind of...
no.
Yeah, we were really mean to him.
Oh, jeez.
And then he sent in a CD. It was, filled with, 9/11, towel head type jokes.
Right.
And he wanted to push that, and it was god-awful. So then we started searching his CD for the funny parts. Oh, we were just brutal to Mr. Jeni.
Yeah,
and then he finally came in, and we kind of hit it off.
Yeah.
I mean, he was definitely a nice guy, but we really, really busted his balls.
Didn't we have him back on after that?
Oh, yeah.
So we talked about that.
So you had him in, and he was cool with it.
Yeah.
Hey,
I guess.
You guys, man, I guess.
I like to think so I can sleep at night.
Nah, dude. Oh, man. Well, you made him talk through a box.
Just another...
Talk through a window, like a little window, too. It was like a little,
Yeah.
A solitary window?
Yeah.
Like a little, a thin window. It wasn't even wide.
Look at Paul McCartney's breasts. Oh, my God.
He's a billionaire, man. Take care of those man boobs.
Some lipo or something.
Oh,
Don't wear shirts like that.
He looks like an 85-year-old woman going without a bra.
Oof.
Hey, really fast, let's go to Chris. Chris, what's up?
Hey there, Chris.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, what's going down?
Hey, nothing. Anthony, you were talking about, how he did it in the bathroom and they got the cleanup crew to bring it in there.
Yeah.
We had a drunk guy. He was walking in my neighborhood. He offed himself on my lawn.
Ooh.
They had the ambulance come and the cleanup crew. The next day, they left all the plastic, the needles, all that nonsense all over my lawn. They didn't clean up. Me and my father the next day were hosing it down.
You had a hose down dead guy off your lawn?
Hose down all the blood and they left all the plastic hypodermic needles. It was disgusting.
They should have a cleanup crew, man.
Yeah, it costs money.
We're sitting there the next day going, what the hell are we doing? It was neighbors are waving at us. It was ridiculous.
Did you just, shovel out the bad part and put new dirt and sod in? That's what I would have done.
We had to do the whole thing. It was ridiculous.
Just roto-till it under?
Just a big piece of brand new sod in the middle of your lawn.
Yeah, everyone knows what it's all about, why it's there.
Cut out in the shape of a body. What happened here? Oh, nothing.
His sister comes and puts a wooden cross.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, now it
Like
becomes
on
a
the highway.
memorial. Yeah, we talk about those. Oh, we hate those. I don't like the memorials they put at buildings, too. We had this horrible fire in the Bronx, and people come over and bring candles. And why'd you bring a bunch of candles to a fire site anyway, where a bunch of kids died from a fire?
That's the last thing.
The last thing you want is more fire.
Yeah, that's the last thing
they bring
candles.
candles.
See is a flame.
That's great.
Candles and poems.
And it's like little stuffed animals and mylar balloons. And it's so morbid and just unnecessary. Mourn and everything, that's fine. Or if you want to be one of those curiosity seekers who want to stand there and look and then cry so the news can interview you, that's another thing. But enough with the makeshift memorials. Keep it for the cemetery where it belongs.
All right.
When I don't have to look at it.
All right,
I'm punching out. I'll see you later.
All right, thanks, Chris. Thanks for the dead guy story. We appreciate it.
Nothing worse than doing 80 or 85, 90 down Southern State Parkway and seeing one of those crosses on a tree with a big gouge taken out of it. Kind of reminds you, and you kind of take off you let off the gas a little bit, then you're pissed off because now you have to let off the gas. Annoying.
Let's say hi to Jimmy the trucker. Jimmy, what's up?
What's up, guys? How you doing?
Pretty good, Jimmy.
Right on. Hey, I got an opposite end of that cleanup story for you. My dad actually shot himself in his car.
Ugh.
No cleanup whatsoever. They totaled the car and sent it to the crusher.
They take it to Big Joe's?
Yeah. All right, boys. Later on.
All right. Why are we getting suicide stories? God, we had prison stories last week, now suicide stories. We got Jeff in New Hampshire. Jeff, what's up?
Hey, guys, what's going on this morning?
Hey, man, what's up?
Back in '74, I was an 8-year-old kid. My old man decided to punch out with a 12-gauge shotgun in the bedroom of my grandfather's house, and I came to the house the day after, and they didn't quite have the cleanup done, and it looked like a Jackson Pollock painting.
Oh, my God.
Oh, man.
I don't mean to laugh because it's your dad, but that's messed up, man.
Yeah, I left a little bit of an impression. Really sucked.
An impression.
Yeah.
Was it impressionistic?
Not an episode I care to repeat. I'm taking a different path, boys.
All right, thank you, sir.
Well, when he does it at his dad's house like that, oof,
yeah,
that's saying something.
Absolutely.
Hey.
All right.
Thanks for the upbringing.
Shoot yourself in the face, though. I mean, you got to use a big caliber. You can't use like a little
22
ricochets around in your head. You're still alive, looking at your bottom lip hanging out.
A little pellet gun.
Yeah, dude. You can hear it like clanging around in your head.
Oh, God.
All right, listen. We're gonna regroup here. Richard Jeni killed himself over the weekend.
Godspeed, Richard Jeni. Godspeed.
You know who else died over the weekend? And it was like the tiniest blurb deep in the paper? Brad Delp from Boston.
From the band Boston.
The lead singer of Boston died. I guess natural causes. He was around 55 years old. They found him dead at his home. He was a great guy. He played one of our Christmas parties back in the day.
I saw them
back in the older days.
Huh?
I saw them 3 times. Remember when they made that little comeback with Amanda?
Yeah.
That was third stage, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
They
waited 10 years for their second album.
They played Boston like 20 times because they're from Boston.
Yeah.
Right? And I saw them like 3 times. They were great. They're a great band.
Boston's first album was one of the greatest rock albums of all time, and this band never got the respect it deserved because the album was made in Tom Schultz's basement.
He's like a genius, right?
Yeah, he was like just an engineering genius. Way before people were making albums in their basement, he was doing it.
Yeah,
because he was an engineering student or whatever from MIT, I believe.
Yeah, and then they couldn't really replicate that sound on stage. No. It was very hard to do, all those harmonies.
It was still great, though.
Well, the harmonies were just Brad's voice dubbed a million times. So fast forward a few years, Anthony and I are working at WAF in Boston, and we go to the Christmas party, and they got this band playing Beatles songs. Like, this is kind of cool for a Christmas party. And everyone's just getting hammered and, going up to the buffet, and this band's playing in the corner Beatles songs. It was Brad Delp.
Jeez. Yeah, he was singing Beatles songs.
Anthony ended up doing a song with him.
Yeah, it was cool. He
was the nicest guy.
With Brad Delp.
This business sucks.
But he died, and it was like the tiniest blurb in the paper.
He was doing Christmas parties, singing Beatles songs.
He was into the band was called Beetlejuice, I believe, or something like that.
Wow.
So
that's terrible.
And he got no news. I mean, it was barely. If somebody didn't tell me, I wouldn't have known.
Barely a blip on the old radar screen. And also Richard Jeni. We have some history with Richard Jeni over the years. He took some kind of firearm, some kind of gun to his face in the shower. Told his girlfriend he was taking a shower. Next thing you know, she hears the blast.
Yeah.
Runs into the bathroom in the shower. There he is. He's still alive.
Oh, man.
He died in the hospital.
Wow.
Ow. That's got to sting more than soap in your eyes. Jesus. I'm just saying.
Dude.
Do you know Brad Delp, if he would have died like right after the first Boston album came out, he would have been like that status.
Yeah.
Where people would have still talked about him and like that Jim Morrison status and Hendrix and all those dead rock stars.
Cobain,
Leonard Skinner, all that crap. He'd have been right there because that album was giant. That was like that, and Frampton Comes Alive back then were like the biggest albums ever.
It's one of those albums where every song was great.
Yeah.
There's not many albums you could actually say that.
And everyone had that album.
Unless you're like an uber fan, you could argue some album that the rest of the country would disagree with. But as far as Boston goes, that first album, there wasn't a bad song on it.
Everyone had it, too.
Yeah.
Everyone I know owned that album.
The logo was great, too, on the front.
Yeah. flying saucer thing or whatever it was.
You know that Boston tried to make a comeback
flying guitar
in 2002?
Nah.
Really?
I think the album was called Corporate or something.
Oh, right, yeah.
Corporate America or I don't know.
Man.
But it went absolutely nowhere.
Well, they were a band for their time.
So now he dies, and it's like...
And no one knows.
Or cares,
On the timing.
Like.
Jesus.
You should care that Brad Delp is dead.
Yeah.
No one does.
Oh, it's terrible. Richard Jeni and Brad Delp in the same day. How do you just die of heart attack?
I don't know. They said natural causes, so got to think maybe heart.
Well, because it's suicide and is a little when a celebrity just passes away or whatever. But when a guy shoots himself in the face, that's like wow.
Especially a comic, because a comic's supposed to just be.
We take all our pain and we
you work it out on stage or try to.
Yeah,
you guys are all miserable and dark inside.
We're all miserable. We all want to kill ourselves, but we go on stage.
You're all one bad set away from doing exactly what Richard Jeni did.
One bad set this weekend in Addison Improv. Yeah,
all right, you're learning.
Nice. It's just crazy though, because he was still making. If you look on the internet, to hire Richard Jeni is still $20,000 to $30,000 a show.
Really?
So it's not like he was didn't have money. It's
there's rumors that he had some kind of medical condition that he was frustrated over. That's not us saying it. It made the story.
I don't know what it could be.
I don't know. We'll find out in the coming days, I guess. So, I got to take a leak. So, can we play the Richard Jeni stuff after the break?
Sure.
He was on our show. We made him do a prison visit, and we had some problems with him, but then we worked it out. We actually worked it out, and he called our show after this audio you're going to hear after the break, because this is brutal stuff. This is really brutal stuff.
So it's going to be uncomfortable.
Well, what happened, one of the things that happened, we had a great time with Richard Jeni, and he came in, and we had a nice little visit, and everything was cool. And then he goes on Howard's show and has to, drink the Kool-Aid over there when Howard's talking about his imitators and this and that. All of a sudden, Richard Jeni, instead of not saying anything, is like, you're 100% correct. And I think we were even referred to. And I'm like, what are you doing? You were on our show. If you felt that way, you should have said something to our face, first of all. And then you go on Howard's show and, let him spew all that BS, whatever. I'm not saying that if Howard wants to say all that, then so be it. But you don't have to sit there and agree with him right after you had a great time with us on our show.
Yeah.
That's what started the whole thing, so it got really ugly with us and Richard Jeni. And then, honestly, by the end, we worked it out with him, and he did call our show. He called us over at XM, matter of fact, less than a year ago, and we had a good corner with the guy.
Good thing we have closure.
I heard he had
closure with the guy.
He had problems with the internet, too. He was reading stuff on the internet on websites, and people trashing his comedy and trashing him, and,
Really?
You can't, I'm telling you, as a performer, you cannot read anything on the internet. You can't do it because
away from
you're going to read one good thing and be like, wow, that's great. And then you're just going to get trashed by some dummy who doesn't even know you or doesn't like you. And you're going to want to kill yourself.
Oh, now you don't know who's the post that put him over the edge.
Oh, man.
Someone out there is the poster that put him over the edge. Probably somebody on Whackbag.
Who didn't even really mean it. Was just kidding around, but doesn't know how to write busting balls.
Yeah. Just comes off as mean-spirited.
Because you get those emails, MySpace, some guys just trash, you suck, I hate you, I hope you die. And then you get like an email, I'm just kidding, dude, I love your work, O&A rocks. You're like, what? I had a gun to my face. Thank God I refreshed my MySpace page, and I got your next email.
So we'll take a break. We'll play some uncomfortable moments from Richard Jeni on our show.
Mm-hmm.
And we also got to get into the banning of the boo.
Are people taking away Carlos Mencia's guns?
What? Jesus. He's not depressed.
He's taking a lot of heat these days.
I'm trying to think if that was a reach or not.
He's not taking heat. Poor Joe's taking heat.
Nah, Joe ain't taking heat.
Yeah, well,
Joe beat up anybody that gives him heat.
Joe's a tough bastard, man. Joe will really choke you out.
We're going to make an announcement tomorrow, the first O&A comedy tour stop.
Mm-hmm.
And Joe Rogan is part of it.
Oof. Really?
Yeah.
Right. Last one was Carlos Messina was part of the last one.
We got Joe Rogan for the One traveling virus.
Why don't you get both of them on one show? That'd be have a fight at the end.
That'd be fun.
That'd be
great.
something.
Put them right in the middle of a pit.
Blindside both of them.
Just drop them both down.
Send them both out on the stage at the same time, not knowing that the other one's coming from one side, one's coming from the other.
Put their jokes in a notebook in the middle of the ring, and whoever gets to the notebook gets the jokes.
Give it to Rogan. Rogan's an animal.
He is. He's solid. His fists are like catcher's mitts.
All right, listen. My body temperature. One of the shows tomorrow on the Opie and Anthony show. And Bob Kelly, along with Joe Rogan, will be performing at that show.
That'd be crazy.
Ooh.
All right, let's get into little clues here and there. Richard Jeni, yes. Kind of an old friend. We had our differences with the guy. In the end, it was cool between us. Absolutely. I do remember he did call the XM show, and we kind of like ignored all the past crap.
Yeah.
But we do have a few clips,
Got past it.
Very quick clips.
He's a comic though. He's not like back in the 80s. You were a comic. You wrote jokes. You set up punch tag, and that was him.
Mm-hmm.
He's
punch tag. Huh?
Yeah, that's him. Now comics are up there. It's a different style of comedy now.
Yeah.
There's a whole different genre out there now. Just just going up there and telling true stories and making it funny and edgy and crazy, and it's all real. And
so Platypus Man wasn't real?
No, it wasn't. Sorry. Platypus Man.
Well, that's a Richard Jeni thing.
Yeah, I know what it is.
Oh, okay. I was hoping you did. I'm like, Jesus.
I like Richard Jeni.
But we got some uncomfortable moments. We made him do a prison visit. We didn't think he was worthy enough to come into our studio. So we actually did the interview through glass as he was staring through the door with his cell phone.
Yeah, it was really, really uncomfortable.
I love how you guys honor the dead. I really.
This is our honoring.
Most other people are doing playing some of his bits and then tailing out with some of some stuff when he was on. Hey guys, thanks for having me. You guys honor the dead by playing when you made him do a prison interview.
It's called a prison visit.
Richard Jeni, we just played a little for you. Tragedy, as you heard, the death of Richard Jeni.
That was Platypus Man.
Continuing all day with bits. And now here's when we made him talk through a window to us because we told him he wasn't funny. And made him talk through a window on his cell phone. And then mocked him, every word out of his mouth, as not being funny.
Well, the clip after this is even worse, though.
God.
Where we actually played his comedy and mocked him in front of his face.
I don't know if I want to hear this because I don't know if I want to, start feeling guilty about, is this what kind of did it? Did he think about this?
Trust me, when I heard the news, I'm like, all right, yeah, we made up with him. Okay.
Did we? Did E-Rock play that in Best of at one point, recently, where maybe he heard it?
Look what E-Rock writes, by the way. Opie is the one who's brutal on this. Really?
Of course.
I really thought it was Anthony.
Back in the old days.
Really thought this time it was going to be Anthony. So how many times Anthony had to shrug his head and go, that's just how he is.
I was just being good cop. I'd have to play good cop.
No, I just mean in your everyday life.
Oh, yeah.
That's just how he is.
Yeah, there's... Well, what are you going to do?
I hope you had to think if he was responsible for somebody's death.
Yeah.
Was it me? No, we made up. Okay, cool.
All kidding aside, when E-Rock told me he was the one, I'm like, oh my God. And then I'm like, oh, that's right. We did make up with him. And we actually had a very nice phone conversation with him over at XM.
Good.
A normal one. Like you call up the show and you're treated nice.
Right. You weren't ripping the pages of his book out?
No.
That's not my bit. It's a brilliant bit. I wish I could take credit for that one. All right, here we go. Richard Jeni doing a prison visit back in the day. Hello. Who's this?
This is Richard Jeni. Who's this?
Richard Jeni. Hey, by the way,
Voice from beyond.
By the way, we knew it was Richard Jeni. We're looking at him. I answer the phone, and I still have to go and make believe. Who is this?
Who's this?
As I'm looking right at him through a glass.
Oh, this is so bad, dude.
Oh, man, I get shivers.
I know. You hear his voice, and now he's dead.
You're giving me douche shivers.
Hello. Who's this?
This is Richard Jeni. Who's this?
Richard Jeni. Hey, Richard, it's Opie and Anthony. How are you?
Opie and Anthony, how are you?
Good. How are you doing? Good?
I'm just peachy, thanks.
When you coming in?
I was thinking about coming in today.
Today?
Yeah, I'm really close by.
Where are you?
I'm actually staying in the lobby.
You're outside the studio?
Yeah, I've been staying in the lobby. I didn't want to miss you guys.
And you want to come in and do the show?
Yeah. You want to do a prison visit?
Do I want to do a what?
A prison visit.
No, why would I want to do a prison visit?
Well, that's where you're on the phone like you are now, and then you step up to the glass on the door to the studio.
Right.
And you talk that way.
No, I'm not doing that.
Come up to the glass. It'll be fun. It's like Oz.
Why can't I just come in? I can't just come in the studio? Are you worried about germs or something?
Oh, we're going to have Ron Jeremy in.
That was really funny. That thing yesterday was really funny.
What thing?
The thing where you kept hanging up on me.
Oh, yeah. It would be funny if we hung up on you right now.
No, I think it gets old. It gets old after a while.
Yeah, it does. This is our new game. You're 15 feet away, and we're making you call us on the telephone.
At first I was pissed off, and then I just started cracking up. It was so juvenile.
Were you really mad?
At first I was. What the hell was that? How could they do it? And then I just go, that is just so asinine, I have to laugh at it.
But if you're going to get mad at something like that, maybe you shouldn't be on our show, because we're juvenile.
Well, it's up to you. I'm just hoping you put me on.
Did you have to end it on that?
Oh.
Did you have to end it on, hey, it's up to you. I was just hoping.
Hoping you put me on.
Oh, this just hurt my heart. I cry with midgets, never mind.
Are you all right, Bob? Oh,
God.
I got to get him Bob a tissue. Get him some tissues.
Oh, my God.
Oh, that was... You might not want to hear the next bit, then.
Dude, he just said, you know.
Oh, well.
Well, the day before, we kept hanging up on him.
Thanks.
Why were we hanging up on him, E-Rock? You know all this crap. Do you remember?
This crap.
No, that part I'm not too sure. I'm still looking on that one.
Probably because we were just in a bad mood that day.
Yeah, and he probably was like maybe doing a little too much of his act. Maybe I don't remember.
All right, I think the next phoner, if I'm not mistaken, this is from a different visit when he called us, right?
Same visit.
Same visit?
Same visit.
Huh. All right, let's just play it. Screening Richard's comedy for humor. Are you going to be funny, Richard?
Yeah, I'll be funny.
Oh, I know what this is. Okay. No, because then... No one. All right. This is still the prison visit, and we're not really sure if we want him in studio, so we want him to try out some of his material as he's looking at us through the glass.
He had to audition from the lobby.
And if we thought he was funny, then we'd bring him into the studio. I was thinking of the other time when he put out the 9/11 type comedy CD about 6 months after the towers went down. And this was after he was on Howard's show kind of agreeing with Howard's BS.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, well, now we're going to have some real fun. And we were actually playing parts of the CD as he's on the phone and then basically saying, so you really think that's funny?
Oh.
There wasn't a laugh to be had.
Oh, it's brutal.
And he was even trying to get the crowd motivated by going, hey, how about America? You know, just going for the cheap... Everyone has to cheer because who doesn't like America type stuff.
Opie, are you forgetting this man's dead?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So
Opie's just going off like
he's still around.
He just screwed him and he's out in the hallway.
I got him on the phone. Hang on one second. Hey, what's going on? It's Rich.
So, well,
pretty good, Rich, right?
We're remembering the life of Richard Jeni today. Stop. So through the glass, more of the prison visit. We're not sure if we should let him into the actual studio.
Right, make him audition.
Are you going to be funny, Richard?
Yeah, I'll be funny.
Well, I'm sold. Not to put the pressure on you or anything.
I'll be funny.
Like, what's the first joke you're going to tell on the air?
Stop it.
You're totally putting him on the spot here. Any riffs on things in the news?
There's lots of riffs on whatever you want to talk about.
Yeah?
But I got to be in the studio to do them. I'm not funny in the lobby.
Yeah.
So you got any knock-knock jokes?
He's laughing at the juvenile stuff again.
Knock, knock. Knock, knock.
Who's there? Uh-oh.
Richard Jeni.
Richard Jeni who?
Richard Jeni, you're hearing knock, knock because I'm pistol whipping Opie and Anthony.
Get it, Richard Jeni ho? Oh, sorry. All right, Richard.
Oh, God, you are so responsible.
What?
You are so responsible for him killing himself.
That was actually a funnier line. Opie was right.
Yeah.
I was just mad that no one, gave me a little love for that line.
Richard Jeni who?
Exactly.
Oh, is that horrible?
Sorry. All right, Richard. Can you give us a few minutes to think about it?
Oh, God.
Yeah, think it over.
Can you stop ending on this tragic note?
What?
Think it over.
Look at E-Rock laughing his ass off over there. He's loving
not
this.
him.
Think it over. Go ahead, guys, I guess. I don't know. I'm thinking things over, too. I got a couple things on my mind I'm thinking over, but go ahead.
E-Rock thinks about that 44 caliber bar of soap every day of his life.
Oh, my God. E-Rock, what's the third clip about? And the final clip, Bob?
Third clip is you finally let him into the studio.
All right, so it ended up nice.
Yeah.
Up note.
Did it?
Wait, dude, no.
Well,
No.
we'll have to see.
Did it end nice?
No.
It didn't end nice?
Why would it?
I thought because the guy died, we were going to actually do something a little different today and actually end the bit nice. It doesn't end nice?
The bit didn't end nice.
Oh, no. I swear to God, I don't remember this. All right, so we let him in the studio. Let's see what happens.
God.
There he is. He looks like he's going to kill us.
Richard Jeni. Come here, sit down, man.
Doing this or not?
Oh, no, come on. It's all fun. Richard Jeni, how are you?
Aren't you a good sport, Richard?
That's Opie over there. I'm Anthony.
Uh-oh, he looks all uptight.
What's the matter? You'd spend too much time. You're wasting time, right? It's like a waste of time.
See, now you got to be funny.
No.
After we just pissed you off. He looks all pissed. Here, get on the mic.
It's just, let's see how much we can screw with Richard.
That's what we do on this show. We're idiots.
You want a shot of Jaeger?
Oh, man, a lot of people are uncomfortable out there now.
I know.
You know what I did recently? I went on...
here comes a joke.
All right, fix it.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Opie.
Oh, man.
You are friggin' brutal, man. You are brutal.
Ah, dude.
I totally forgot about that. Oh, wait a minute. Here comes a joke. He's just trying to tell his story. They're like,
He was trying to get into his material.
Oh, I got to hear this again. I got to hear that part again, please.
I got to hear.
Let me hear it again.
Please, can we hear Anthony actually, I'm Anthony, and that's Opie over there. He's really...
Dude, I got to hear that again.
He's just trying to... All right.
I got to hear that again.
Man, a lot of people are uncomfortable out there now.
I know.
You know what I did recently? I went on...
here comes a joke.
All right.
My God, this is just... Oh, no.
Oh, is that horrible?
What's wrong with you, man?
Oh.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you, dude?
What?
Oh, you should go to church.
See, people are getting really mad. Listen, in the end, we were good with him. I swear to God, don't make us play the boring XM call.
Boring. Do you mean the one where you guys...
The boring call when we were just nice to him
Yeah,
and having a conversation?
And he was probably funny and getting some laughs out on... He just died, dude.
Oh, man.
Oh, God.
All right, enough.
This is just bad.
Is that it?
Dude.
Or does it get it gets better? A little bit better.
Oh, God, I can't hear this.
Oh, man, a lot of people are uncomfortable out there now.
I know.
You know what I did recently? I went on...
here comes a joke.
All right, forget it.
Opie, that was a joke. Come on, Richard.
Forget it.
Richard, let me explain something.
Look at two little babies. He's gonna conform to our show.
Don't say...
We're not gonna do the shows. You want to
Be more funny. Don't say two, because Opie
Press
is...
button, you big loser. Pressing button.
Be more funny. Opie's the biggest
Let's cut
prick.
him off. Let's cut him off. He's starting to sound like he's going on us, and we can't take it.
I was listening, and Opie is a prick.
You don't have a sense of humor? There you go. There you go.
Come on, you don't have a sense of humor.
Be funny.
Be more funny.
Be more funny. You don't think that was running through his head yesterday?
Oh, God.
Dude, let's just say this.
What?
He was a very funny comic.
Absolutely.
Hilarious.
What's wrong with you?
I'm not...
Don't punch out on us.
I'm not punching out.
It's kind of nice to look back. That's all. It's just one of those nice moments
look
we had on our
back.
show. It's a little look
It's
back.
a little look back
Yeah.
at our encounter with
I remember you,
Richard
Sarah
Jeni.
McLaughlin playing.
Yeah. That would be wonderful.
But he says something there that is completely true. It's like we want people to conform to our show. Like he was like, you want me to conform to your show? I'm like, we're like,
just hang out. Yeah.
Just hang out and be funny. Don't like go into like joke mode and we have to sit there and make believe we're not having. They're making believe that we're actually having some kind of interaction.
I don't know if he was like setting up a joke there or just the other day I was here comes a joke. You cannot screw up a joke more than saying Here comes a joke. Especially when he came off as this natural conversational delivery that he was starting up there. Everyone, here comes the joke. Let's all look at the monkey.
Hang on, here it comes. That's exactly really what it is. It's like, all right, listen, if you want to get in here, you got to be funny through a window. Then you get in here. And then,
what's the problem, Bob?
And then he's a little pissed off because it's the second day of you either hanging up on him or making him be funny through a window.
2 days in a row.
And then he goes, all right, I'm going to lay it down. And he's probably going to say some funny stuff that no one's going to know any better.
Yeah.
All right, here it comes. Here comes
the joke, everybody.
Right, listen up.
Hold on to your hats, because this is going to be good.
Here it goes. Now go.
And go. And you're on.
And now go.
What? That would throw off your timing?
Give it up for Robert Kelly. All right, here comes the joke.
Here it comes.
Are you ready to laugh?
Man. Wow, that's just crazy.
All right, let's go to John in Detroit. John, what's up?
Opie, geez, too soon maybe? Just brutal. I'm dying over here. You guys got to stop.
Well, that was years ago, to be honest with you. That was,
well, I know.
That had to be...
I heard it when it happened, but, I mean, just brutal.
It was before we got fired and got a new perspective on things.
That had to be 5 years ago. And, you know, honestly, in the end, we had him call our XM show, and we had just a regular interview with Richard Jeni. Everything was fine. We didn't even mention the old days when we used to beat him up.
Taking a little easy on the guy, though.
All right. Playing the way it happened, that's all.
Not going to hurt his feelings.
No, it's true.
All right, we got time for one more quickie. You want to do... I think Norton, Norton did text me from, where is he this weekend? I think Pittsburgh?
Pittsburgh Improv.
Yeah. And I just got to read it, and I'm not even really sure what it means. I think he's referring to the Richard Jeni stuff we just played. He writes, I'm trying to get him on the phone here. He writes, what a couple of creeps. I am mortified.
Oh.
So I guess he's listening to the show and heard the Richard Jeni stuff.
Yeah, someone called me, too.
Really?
Yeah, my friend from Boston, he's a comic, Joe Yannetti, he called me and was like, wow. But he said that he actually said that they're trashing him in Boston because I think he has a reputation for being a dick.
Really?
Well, he was saying that he just wanted to be more famous than he was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a...
Well, he starred with Jim Carrey.
Doesn't everybody?
That was the beginning of the end. That was like the role you do, and then that role makes you the next Jim Carrey. That role put him right back into the clubs. You know? So...
Yeah. Dude, that's the deal with you guys, you comedians. You don't want to be doing comedy. You want to be doing it on the movie screen or on TV.
No, me and Patrice were talking about that last night. It's like guys like Patrice, me, Norton, we use comedy to kind of survive life. You know, so we can't kill ourselves because we don't become famous. We were douchebags anyways. We did, I use comedy to get out of juvie hall. So I didn't get killed or kill myself. Patrice, the same thing. Norton, the same thing. Yeah, but there's these guys like Richard Jeni who did comedy in life. He was like, hey, how you doing? What's going on? Hey, in life, we're like, hey, what's up, dickhead? And we're funny in life.
Right.
And then we bring it up on stage. You know what I mean? He's a comic.
You use it as a stepping stone for bigger and greater things.
Well, you try to, but I mean, if nothing happens, you're in the clubs. We're happy with that too.
Yeah, you're still because you're around people that think the
Norton
same.
Norton goes to fucking do. I mean, Norton doesn't need to go to the cellar every single night of the week and do a spot, but he does.
He's psychotic.
No, because you can't. You can't not. Some people can't not go up. Patrice will call you on the phone and pretty much do an hour on the phone with you of shit that he'll never do on stage, but it's just hilarious. So, wow. All right, you're right. A little fucking wordy. Wow. I should have had a period in there. Oh my God.
How about a couple, periods.
Wow, he used honey puffs to tell me to shut the fuck up.
Hate to play that clip if you shoot yourself in the face.
Actually, you just saved a lot of people from shooting themselves in the face.
Yeah. Today we remember Bob Kelly.
There was a bunch of guys with guns in their mouths, and they snapped out of it when they heard you pour your cereal.
Opie, you poured cereal in the middle of him talking.
Today we remember Bob Kelly. Here's his theory on comedians. And it ends with...
but see, that's why... Back to my point. That's why I won't kill myself, because we know why we suck. When I'm not trying to be better than I know. I know I'm a fucking idiot. I know that I'm wordy. I know that I know. You know, certain guys like want to be superstars, and they don't want to acknowledge the shit.
He wanted to be like, I think, that Jim Carrey level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what
I wish that cereal was crunchier.
So what you're saying, Bob,
yes,
is what?
How could Kashi faggot cereal be crunchier?
It is the gayest cereal ever. Oh. That should just sound like a horse eating. Why is that soft?
They recommend not to use milk, just pump loads of jism on top of it.
Hey.
That show really does turn a corner over here.
Oh, we certainly do.
Anthony comes alive.
It's just
pump loads of jizz.
The whole thing about it really is about getting out of like the FM mindset and getting over here. It's a switch.
Oh,
it just turns. It goes from we can't quite say but. And then a few words, and then plug, because they'll know what you meant was butt plug. And here it's like, shove that thing up your ass until shit is pouring off it like caramel.
Yeah, and then punch yourself in the cunt.
It really is like a switch.
And we'd love to get right into it.
Yeah. Dive right in.
So,
anyways.
We got little Jimmy Norton on the line. Jimmy!
Hello?
I got a text from you. You were mortified?
Oh my God, dude! It was. Cause I knew it was coming up. I was like, not the jail interview, not today. It was really sad. But
yeah, talking about the Richard Jeni audio we played earlier today.
Yeah, it was very funny. You had to do it.
But you remember, we actually had a normal interview with the guy after we got back on radio here at XM.
Oh, I know, and I remember the other one, the 9/11 one, which got uncomfortable, and he was like, "Yeah, but you guys can use bells and whistles and buttons," and you said, "Yeah, but you can say the same thing every night. We can." And he went, "That is true. That is true."
Oh, do we have that?
I don't know, but it was really funny.
Well, yeah, E-Rock's got to find that because we really weren't getting along, and for some reason he just kept on calling and trying to, get a relationship going with us. And do you have the 9/11 comedy tape? He's yelling something, E-Rock. E-Rock's going to find it.
That was a really deconstructing, horrifying day, I remember.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and in hindsight, it's just awful.
Well, at the time, he deserved it. Like I said, we made good in the end, but,
Any insight on that whole thing, Jimmy?
No, I mean, I got a call from Rogan on Friday about it, and I think Bobby had called him, so... I mean, stupid Bob Kelly knows as much as the rest of us do. I don't like the language, though. I don't like the language as far as his girlfriend said he shot himself in the face.
Yeah.
That sounds kind of fishy, man. Like, why do you, unless you're just mad at yourself because you feel like you look old, why else would you shoot yourself in the face in the shower? That's just a weird thing to do.
Well,
so to answer your question, no, I have no insight at all.
So you I'm thinking Jimmy's thinking some kind of fucking CSI shit that maybe it's a little fishy.
I don't know, unless her wording was just panic-stricken. She's like, my boyfriend shot himself in the face. And it was like, I don't know. Just to me, first of all, me and Kenny were discussing this. Why do you shoot yourself where your girlfriend's going to find you? I mean, she's going to find you. She's making you breakfast. I don't know, I'm not saying she shot him, but it seems a little weird. I'd be interested to see what happens in the next few days.
Interesting.
So you don't think, all right, so you think there might be something else to this?
I don't know. I mean, I just don't. I mean, the guy was making tremendous amounts of money, which is not the end-all, be-all. But when you're making, 20 or 30 grand a night, you're one of the more respected acts in the business. Unless he was just depressed. I mean, I talked to him like 6 months ago, and I didn't know him well at all. I just knew him casually. He had called me about something else, and he was sounded really depressed and a little drunk. It was all the afternoon. So.
Yeah, people say that he was bummed out that he wasn't bigger than he was. You know what I mean? Even though he's making $20,000, $30,000 a show, there's people out there doing arenas. There's people out there making $300,000 a show, making movies.
Say it. There's Dane.
Dane. Well, there's Dane.
That's exactly. Dane drove him to shoot himself.
Well, there's a bunch of guys out there. I mean, even my man C is doing the arenas. Lisa Lampanelli's, for Christ's sake, is doing theater tours. And, this guy's probably like, shit, I thought I was, after The Mask, I was going to be the next guy making movies, and he never really panned out.
And there's rumors that he had some kind of medical condition that he was frustrated with?
That's what I read, too. So I'm almost hoping it was that. It's like...
because I feel really bad about this one, and it's not that I knew him well, but it's almost sad to me that such a great comic did that. Like, what the fuck does, like, if you're that funny, and you're that professional a stand-up comic, and you're still blowing your brains out before you're 50, I mean, that's fucking depressing for the rest of us. That's a sad state of affairs. You're making 20 grand a night, you're that good, you're that respected, you've done such great specials, and still not enough. I mean, what is there? So I'm hoping almost it was something awful medical, because that will explain it. Like, you can go, oh, okay, that's why he did that. Not that it makes it any better for his family, but you know, I mean, again, I didn't know the guy well. I'm more sad because I think a really good comic did something so awful. I mean, I didn't know the guy that well.
Let's get to something even a little more depressing than this. How's Pittsburgh?
Oh, Pittsburgh was awful. I mean, it's funny. Me and Kenny were talking about Richard Jeni Friday afternoon while we were eating lunch. We were talking about him, and then we found out later that day. I was just happy that we weren't talking about him when it actually happened. That would have been too fucking creepy. Yeah. And then of course, Kenny's like, well, maybe he was gay. I was like, where did you get that from? Why would you do that?
The fuck does he get?
Kenny's the first thing.
You know.
Oh, you know, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news.
Yeah, he slept outside your hotel room door so he could be the first to tell you.
I'm surprised he wasn't driving to the Jeni family house to give them the news first.
Oh, you already know?
You already know? Well, maybe some details.
It might be a faggot.
Call the local police department. Look, could you keep it under your hat till I get there?
I'd like to tell the next of kin.
Pittsburgh was great, dude. I mean, the shows were mobbed, most of them. The fan base there is really good, man. Just really, really. I did more shows than I normally do, and 2 out of the 3 were sold out Saturday. The Late Show had over 200 on it. I mean, it was really
nice.
mobbed.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what the ratings are in Pittsburgh, but I mean, whatever it is, the fans are showing up in droves. Every time it's getting more and more. So
Jimmy's our reconnaissance man.
Yeah, it's nice.
No, and I just said in droves, too. Like, I'm fucking talking about my shows the way my mom would talk about them.
In droves for my son.
They came to see him in droves. I really am just contributing nothing. I'm going to go on the message board and just trash myself as somebody else.
Hey, tomorrow we announce the first date of the O&A Traveling Virus comedy tour. Yeah, tomorrow we announce all the details for the first one. That's going to happen.
It's a secret, though.
Yeah, it's a secret. It's going to happen somewhere that's warm, because it's going to be in April, the first date. Bob Kelly is part of it. Joe Rogan's part of it. And, then, of course, little Jimmy Norton.
Yep.
All the details tomorrow.
I know, and you know, I'm so tired right now that as you said that, I almost blurted it out accidentally. I'm really glad I didn't.
That's why I said it's a secret. I heard you gearing up to just blurt out the location.
Can I correct Bob Kelly on something? As we were driving in, I heard Bob.
What's up, Jim?
He made a good point about how Jeni probably wanted to be bigger than he was. And, I mean, that's probably a common thing for us.
Yeah.
But I don't like the fact that you included yourself in, like, the humble man. Like, dude, I know where I am. You don't know where you are. You just bought an apartment. You really think that you're a fucking gentleman about town. You have no idea.
Gentleman
how
about
hard.
town.
Bob,
I just wish you lived on a higher floor. When you kill yourself, you'll fucking get it done.
Bob, 10 floors is high enough, Bob. What do you think, I'm going to jump 10 floors in town?
Yeah, with your body, you might bounce. You're like silly putty.
Bob makes everyone uncomfortable. He has to announce to us, this didn't make the radio yet. It will now. He's like, I just bought a place across the street from a gay bar.
Did you really, Bob?
No, I didn't know it was
a gay club or something.
I didn't know it was a gay bar.
And what was outside again?
I walked by it like 20 times. It's a poster of a man sitting Indian style with no top on and licking his lips. And I didn't know it was a gay bar.
What do you think it was?
I don't know, just a guy enjoying a drink.
Huh? You were stepping on Jimmy's probably brilliant line. I just want to let you know.
No, it was just shit. This is the fucking gem I was going to fire out with my nose strip peeling off. What did you think it was? A store that just sold assless chaps because of all the people walking in and out of it?
Yeah, you like how Bob said he's walked by it 20 times?
Yeah, just buy it. Not in the front door.
Hey, you going to get my fingerprints on that doorknob?
You walk in like, hey, I just want to get to know my neighbors, that's all.
I pulled my hoodie sleeve down over my hand when I opened the door.
My joke just bombed, so I'm going to try it again. I'm praying it's just because no one heard it. But Bob keeps saying he walked by. He meant as B.I.
Oh, see, I didn't hear that.
Pretty good.
Oh, thank God. I thought everyone heard it and politely ignored it because it's a sad day.
Knocks on his neighbor's door for a cup of jizz.
Because I'm eating a bowl of kashi.
Hey, Jimmy eats the kashi, too.
No shit.
No shit is right.
No, it's a good shit.
Out of a gaping asshole.
He eats his cereal out of an ass cave.
Some guy does that fucking feet dangling over his shoulders thing.
Spoon not included.
Gaping asshole.
The bowl gets smaller and smaller.
He spoons kashi out of a man's asshole. Oh, that is horrible.
So, Bobby, you going to stop into the bar? I mean, you want to just stop in and introduce yourself to your new neighbors, maybe?
What?
Yeah. Stop in, say hi, see who the fuck's hanging out.
Have like a yellow hanky like Pacino and Cruising, and they'll yell at you because you're fucking wearing it, so you're not into golden showers.
When me and Norton, he was looking for his apartment, we lived together, I told him, I was explaining the building that I lived in. I was like, it has a doorman, it has parking, it has dry cleaning, a gym, everything, elevators. And then he's like, yeah. And then I go, plus there's a trainee bar on the corner. He's like, all right, where do I go to sign up? He would drive by the house every night and pretend to miss the house. Whoops. He'd go like this every night. Whoops.
Whoopsie.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta make the
there
old
goes our
U-turn.
garage.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm just kryptoniting everything. Yeah.
No, did you hear about the 101-year-old woman that got punched in the face 3 times?
Yeah, I was really surprised at the perpetrator. I mean, what a shock that was. Because the description of his clothing was so accurate on the news, you'd never would have known.
Yeah, the news. He said it was a man in his 30s. So, any old ladies, look out for a man in his 30s.